Thanks for joining us this afternoon. Right now, we are tracking some storms pushing into the metro throughout the afternoon and later tonight. Jamie is keeping an eye on it because some of us will feel rain earlier than others. So, Jamie, What time are we looking at in the metro?
I think around the metro, we're going to be watching for some showers at least by about the 5 o'clock hour, maybe as late as 6. And then I think we'll start talking about some thunderstorms that might tend a little closer 6, 7, 8 o'clock coming in from the west southwest direction. As we just saw on the satellite and the radar, we do have those thunderstorms beginning to pop in the southwest corner of the state. It is going to take a little while to get to the metro, but as they do, they are expected to blossom and strengthen across the southwest portion of the region. We'll take a look at the microcast right here. And again, as we start things out around the 12:30 mark, you'll see how this line expands up towards Willmar, along the Minnesota River, towards Marshall, Mankato, even down Jackson, and along the I-90 corridor. This will continue to lift in that northeasterly fashion. There's some light showers already around the metro area. That's 5, 6, 7 o'clock time frame. And you will see a few flashes of yellow, so a few rumbles of thunder around the metro, certainly not out of the question. But it is looking like this rainfall will weaken. These storms will weaken as a trend in that northeasterly fashion. There'll be some scattered rain around northern Minnesota as well. But you can see between about 4 and 8 right now, kind of highlighting this chance of showers and isolated thunderstorm or two. Temperatures reaching for those low 70s. In fact, low 70s will be quite common for much of the state today. A lot of cloud cover, and then we're going to hold on to these isolated rounds of rain over the next couple of days right into the weekend. Looks like we may see a little clearing just in time for Mother's Day, a very important day coming up in that 7-day forecast.
All right, well, people should make sure to keep an eye and check in on us later in the day as you're following these storms. Jamie, thank you. We do have some sad news to share for Vikings fans. There are reports that former quarterback Joe Kapp has died. Kapp only played 3 seasons with the Vikings, but he made a huge impact. In the 1969 season, he led the Vikings to their first Super Bowl appearance. That same year, Kapp tied an NFL record, throwing 7 touchdown passes in 1 game. He was also a coach at UC Berkeley.
I just love playing for him and with him providing that leadership. So a leader, enthusiasm, and again, just a great friend.
Kapp is the only player in history to play quarterback in a Rose Bowl, Super Bowl, and Grey Cup. At the end of his life, he battled Alzheimer's disease and dementia. He was 85 years old. Tonight, people who live and work in Dinkytown in the Marcy Homes area are invited to a safety meeting after days of large violent incidents. Minneapolis police say between Thursday and Sunday, there were 10 incidents of assaults and fighting. In response, more officers are on patrol in the area. Now, as for tonight's meeting, we are told it's only for people who live in the area. Parents of students are not invited. The meeting starts at 6:30 p.m. at the Baptist Church on University and 13th. Within the last few hours, we got new information about the deadly motorcycle crash in South Minneapolis overnight. Police tell us the person who died was the motorcycle driver, a man in his 40s. Another person on the bike was injured. We do not know their condition. Roads are also back open on Highway 55 and 26th Street East after the crash shut them down. These are some new photos of the large fire in Bloomington where 2 firefighters were injured. Here you can see massive flames shooting out of a large home. A family escaped. Now, those 2 firefighters had minor injuries and were treated at the scene. We're told that house is a total loss. Right now, the State Court of Appeals is reviewing a temporary injunction that is blocking demolition of the Roof Depot warehouse. Yesterday, protesters rallied outside Mayor Frey's apartment in anticipation of today's hearing. For many years, the East Phillips Neighborhood Institute tried buying the site to keep the city from putting a public works facility there. Now, recently, the city and mayor have said they're open to selling it to the Institute. Tonight, the Twins are back home, hoping to get back to their winning ways. They are back at Target Field all week long, first facing one of baseball's most star-studded teams in the San Diego Padres. Then they have a series against the Cubs this weekend. The Twins lost 4 of their 6 games last week, but they still sit atop the AL Central. First pitch tonight is at 6:40. If you can avoid the showers, get out and enjoy the day. Hope to see you for another update later this hour.